dope girls, yeah, it's a podcast. Two dope girls, yeah, we speaking all facts. Two dope girls, yeah, we got it, just relax. Two dope girls, hit like, subscribe, that. Two dope girls, and we on it, never slack. Two dope girls, and we got each other back. Two dope girls, and we coming for the cash.
Two dope girls, and we all about a bag.
So you got your gloves.
Girl, I'm taking my gloves, my Lysol. I got my Clorox wipes.
Good.
So I'm going to try to remain as safe as possible.
And still have a good time and enjoy
And still
yourself.
have a good time.
Please put your feet in the water for me because I ain't been on the beach in so long. We were supposed to take our annual couples trip this year in September. We couldn't do that because of COVID.
I'm just going to let y'all know I'm going to impose on the next couples trip, me and Sean. So,
okay.
Just add 2 to the roster.
Look, we already get 2 houses all the time.
That's okay.
We always add
it's going to
on.
make it cheaper for y'all.
It probably won't because we still have to get 2 houses, but it's okay, whatever. It's what the case is.
Yes.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome,
But
you guys.
what else? You guys just celebrated an anniversary, and I didn't even ask you last week about
and
your
I forgot
anniversary
to even say something.
because that's just life.
Right, y'all. We went to Chateau Elaine. It was a very beautiful place. Very relaxing, very expensive.
I'm sure that should look nice when you pulled up. Like when you, I saw your IG story and you pulled up.
Like, ooh, fancy.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that scene. And have you watched? Was it? Oh shit! What was that? Girls
Trip.
Girls Trip?
Yeah.
No, not Girls
they went
Trip.
to New Orleans and Girls Trip.
The white version with the little skinny lady. God, dog it. And she was on the plane and she was like, "I'm poor, help me," because she was drunk.
No.
Okay, whatever. Okay, you don't know, so I can't even reference it. But it looked fancy. It looked fancy.
It did. It was nice. It was very nice.
Yeah.
We'll have to go again. The girl shit, because y'all, it's like 35 minutes from Atlanta.
Okay.
So it's something you would like to do with your girls. You know, we like to go to wineries and chill and brunch and then go turn up at night.
Yes. Did they have a lot of good wine?
How
was the experience though?
Of good wine. Like, okay, we did the tasting and you get 7 glasses. By the 4th glass, you know your girl was
done,
just giggling all over Sean.
That's how you're supposed to be, though,
right? It was good. I mean, you get to pick which ones you want to try. You can keep going to the same one if you find one that you just love. Okay, and it was dope. We went out. Yeah, we went outside. We sat outside. We came in. It was like a little, booth. Me and Sean getting old. Usually when we find a little booth tucked off and some things we go down. But yeah, we didn't do that.
I just had a flashback.
I know.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. But we were on our best behavior this time. But yeah, it was real nice. So yeah, my boo took me to a nice little place and we had some nice little relaxation time and some time together. So yeah, that was dope.
That's good. We didn't do nothing this week though. Just of course Thanksgiving. Yeah. We the girls are here. Warren is here, so we have a full house.
You cooked.
I cooked.
My girl is like you're kind of like Superwoman.
Why though? I'm trying to figure out why. Why am I doing this to my life? I should have faked that shit. I really should have. I should have just came into this marriage and this relationship like, I don't cook. I ain't about to cook.
You would have still ended up cooking because it's a part of you.
It is. I like feeding people. I like Jesus said, if you hungry, feed you.
This lady said, Jesus said, if you hungry, feed the people. Lord. Y'all, we got a game. Let's get to this game. This girl is crazy.
Okay, you guys. So we're gonna play Never Have I Ever. You guys know the deal. We're not drinking that much.
You want me to drink? I'll drink for you.
Well, if you have not
I'll drink
done
for
it,
y'all.
Yeah, if you have not done it, you have to take a little sip.
I got you.
Okay, so I'll let you go first.
Oh, I ain't got no alcohol.
Damn.
Yeah, you told me to take the shot. I took the shot.
No, I didn't tell you. I said hold on to that. Now,
my bad. I
hold
took
on,
the shot,
y'all, because now I gotta go get her dog. Oh shit. Well,
what?
Scoot head.
Well, I won't be. I'm going to be taking a shot of my tea. Okay, let's get it.
Get some more.
I'm so weak. That's okay. You guys, I'm just going to take a shot of this good old non-alcoholic tea.
I'm so weak. Okay, so but am I going first or you going first?
I can go first.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. Game, never have I ever.
Yes. So if you have not done it, you have to drink. Or if you have done it, you have to drink.
Yes, if
okay.
you have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Never have I ever got caught having sex. By my 7-year-old.
No.
I sure did. I had to run after the baby. I did. She
did I scar you? No.
I know. She ran, and then when she saw me, she bust out laughing. I said, "Oh my God, I had never."
Why did she laugh?
I don't know. I felt so bad.
But have you talked to her since that, or you just ignored it? We're gonna pretend like it never happened.
Sis ran. She like, oh, parents in there, parentals in there acting up.
My mom.
For real? Oh, shit.
And then
what happened?
She just closed the door and pretended like it ain't never happened.
Were you grown?
I was grown. I had already had Warren, so yeah.
Dang.
So she was just like, "What?"
That's rough on a parent.
Well, she knock.
Dang. Ooh. Okay.
You remember when you asked if you what's the wildest thing you ever got caught doing?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's it.
Okay. Never have I ever peed outside.
Oh shit, girl.
All the time.
That's why I keep my little wipes on hand.
Yes, I keep napkins in that glove compartment and some wipes, and now you got to keep wipes in the car anyway because of COVID.
That's it. Yep.
I do not use public restrooms. If I could really avoid it, I'm gonna go ahead and cop a squat. I'm gonna pull them car doors open and do what I need to do.
Just like line the seat and do a little squat.
I can't do that.
Have you ever been in a public restroom and forgot to lock the door and somebody came in on you?
Yes.
That just happened like 2 weeks ago. And the little lady was just like, the little lady was like, "Oh, my bad." I'm just sitting there like, God damn.
Knock, lady.
Right,
knock. The moral of the story is knock on some doors. Shoot. Next.
Okay. Never have I ever texted a nude selfie.
Are you intending on getting me drunk this episode? Which I'm not gonna do.
I would have been getting drunk with you, but Scoot took the alcohol and I forgot to bring some.
We're gonna make him go on the intermission. Okay. Yeah, so
yeah.
Whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, multiple times. Yeah.
Look, I was gonna ask you the same way. I was gonna ask you the same question the same way. Never have I ever sent the wrong text to someone.
Listen.
Do you have that?
Never have I ever texted the wrong person.
I'm so sick of you. This is every single goddamn episode.
Yeah.
You have another one?
Purposely sometimes and not so purposely sometimes.
Okay, so do you want to... What was the text?
It's always something stupid just to get the attention.
Oh.
Not the attention, but their attention.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, my bad.
Oh, my bad. It wasn't for you. Oops, my bad.
Oh, that was so
the good old days. We were just talking about before we started the episode, like, damn, our phone's so dry.
They're so dry.
I remember the good old days when we texted.
I used to have that sidekick too. I used to flip that thing up
to the side.
flip.
You remember the Motorola's? The little, what they was called?
The two-way pages?
No,
the little slide thing.
They were like super slim, and they came in like that.
The razor.
The razor. Mm-hmm. That was like one of my first really cool phones. My sister got me that phone and brought it all the way to Wallace for me.
Well, see, I
shout out to dope sisters. I'm sorry.
Right. I love my sidekick, but this guy that I was dating, he was just like, he said that ain't it. He said, I'm gonna buy you an iPhone. So he bought me my first iPhone, and ever since I had that iPhone, that was it for me. That was it. I ain't never went back, but I was like, you're right. But that camera on that sidekick was good. I don't care what he was talking about.
I never had a sidekick.
I did. Okay. Never have I ever crashed a wedding.
Kinda, sorta. I'm gonna drink my little tea.
Explain to me. Kinda, sorta, how?
I was not necessarily invited to my this girl named Bianca. Bianca, BB. I wasn't invited to her wedding, but my mother-in-law kind of was. So because I know her,
you weren't invited.
Because you only have so many people. I'm not like a close friend.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like an associate. I'm one of her best friends from high school.
I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like no issue.
Oh no. She's super sweet, but you
gotta count them heads.
Yeah, you gotta count them heads. Mm-hmm. And my mother-in-law was like, "Daddy's not going." I was like, "Oh, can I go?" And let me tell y'all, they had some of the best food, y'all.
Really?
Oh my god. So I kind of did crash it, but not for real.
Me and this guy that I dated actually crashed a wedding.
Like, did y'all even know the people?
We did not know the people. We were leaving. It was really fun. We were already dressed to go out, but we were like just dressed like a little fancy. Mm-hmm. So we were leaving out the hotel's restaurant, but we saw they were having a reception. So he was like, "You want to go in there?" He was like, "It's probably got free liquor." And I was like, "Okay," but I didn't drink then, so I was just like, free liquor didn't mean nothing to me then. Now it was like,
man, what? Let's go. And we were, hey.
Yes, I hugged the bride and everything. We took the pictures with the bride and groom. Yes, we did. Mm-hmm.
That is hilarious.
We had a good old time.
I love that.
I like doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that. Never have I ever had sex in the pool.
But it's not.
Go ahead and drink. You know you did that. Who hadn't had sex in the pool?
But it ain't fun.
Let me tell y'all something. Last year we went to me and Sean went to Jamaica.
I know. I saw the pictures.
Yes. So in the middle of the resort pool, me and Sean we sure did.
In the resort
in the pool.
Just nasty. I hope y'all showered after.
We did, but we got it in.
You got to be spontaneous. Be in the moment, girl.
I
don't blame you.
I sure did.
Well, y'all had hedonism? Huh? Okay, y'all probably was at hedonism.
Girl.
Y'all wasn't at hedonism? Okay. You know, they got them in Jamaica. Okay.
But them Jamaicans was like, ooh.
Because they probably used to hedonism, and they probably was like, hey, y'all down? We down.
No ma'am, no sir. We just wanted to enjoy each other. Never have I ever ghosted a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Multiple times. Yes. A lot of times. I don't know why. I just have a problem with like
saying like I don't really want to talk to you.
Well, back then, because I could be like a little harsh in my delivery. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to be like, I don't like you because XYZ. Because I tried that with somebody. I told him I didn't like it because of his weight. And the reaction was not good. So I felt bad because I hurt his feelings, but I was being direct. But then I hurt his feelings, so I was just like, I'm just not going to tell people why. I'm just going to ghost. I know, it was bad. I hurt his feelings. Yeah, I did. He told me before. I'm sorry.
Dang.
Sorry. Okay, never have I ever rode a motorcycle. Or were you on the back of one? You never?
I would never. I'm scared.
I did that once, and it was not a pleasant experience. So I did not ever do it again, and I will never ever do it again. We were going like 20, and it felt like 100 miles an hour.
Are you serious?
It was so fast. And then he popped the wheelie, and I was like, nope, you're not going to endanger my life, and
I'm good.
I'm done with you.
Yeah. My dad had an accident when he was younger.
Really? So that's why.
Yeah, and then I had a classmate like a year ago to pass from it, and I took that really hard. I don't know why I took that so hard, but I guess because we've been classmates since like little kids, like preschool.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, no, I'll never get on.
You know, my brother, my oldest brother was a fireman, and he said one of his first calls that he ever went on as a fireman was a motorcycle crash, and he was like, we literally had to scrape his body off of the cement. That's insane to me.
Insane.
I couldn't do it. I have one more. You have one more?
How
many more you have?
Sure. No, I have one more.
Okay, give me one more.
Yeah. Never have I ever skinny dipped.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. We'll do it again and again and again.
I would. I want to now, but
I know.
We ain't going nowhere.
I know. That's all right. We gonna make it up. We're gonna make it up in 2021.
It better be like spring 2021 because I want to get my feet in some water. I love the water.
Me too.
Okay, I have one more.
Okay.
Never have I ever taken money from my mom's purse when I was younger.
Listen, I'm done with you.
Oh, do you have that too?
I do.
No.
Never have I ever stole something from my mom. Oh my God, Grace.
I'm so serious. LaDonna, stop.
I'm serious. That is crazy.
That is
I'm
crazy.
sure we've all stole like some money.
Yeah, I stole like $1.50, and I felt so bad. Like when I got the $1.50 back, I put it back, but she didn't know it. She didn't even know I stole the money out the purse.
Oh.
But then I just felt so bad. I had to put it back in, put it back on.
Hell no. Probably would have bought something and think twice about it. That's so sad. Yeah. And Parker be stealing from me.
It was $1.50. Well, you know, that was like when I was a child. Like they used to have. That's when people really like put like the love in the food. When you had the little corner store that you always go to.
Girl, we got one by our house.
Still?
Yes, and they make the best burgers.
Really?
I don't eat like
red meat
that much. Like I don't eat burgers like that. But I've had it once and it was amazing.
It wasn't.
Cause I'm that type of person. Like if I want a burger, give me a Whopper. On deck, I want a Whopper with mayo, pickles.
Wait, your parents used to get you Whoppers?
Yes, let me tell you something.
You used to smell it.
Oh,
it was like flavor.
Let me
You used to
tell you
smell it from like a mile away.
Y'all know I grew up in the church, so we went to church every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. But on the Fridays, my dad would take us.
On a Friday, my mom would take us.
And we got a Whopper.
Yes. That Whopper used to be like this big.
It was so
for $1.
Let me tell you something. Oh, child, you're taking me back. You're taking me back.
I used to smell it way down the street. It's crazy.
Or Rallies. Did y'all have a Rallies or Checkers?
It was Rallies at home.
It's Rallies.
I used to work at Rallies in high school.
Girl, them fries are heavenly.
Girl.
Love them. Y'all, I love me some never have I ever.
Never have I ever. You little thief. Little thief in it.
Little freak, little thief. Just a little something everything.
Little freaky thief. All right, we about to get into this topic. But you know what? Let me ask you a question real quick. Do you watch any of the Housewives of anything? Could you know?
Absolutely.
Do you watch the new one, Salt Lake?
No, I hadn't seen Salt Lake. Is that the one with the? Is she black? I can't tell. She's weird though, isn't she? That's the one. Like she's weird. Yeah.
Okay, so there's two. One is married to a black man, but she's not. Her ethnicity is not black.
Okay.
I don't know what she is, but she kind of looks like she can pass for black.
Okay.
But there's another one, and she's black, but she married her grandmother's husband. That was her grandmother's wish for her to marry her husband. Yes.
What kind of ancestry?
Okay, so it's not her blood grandpa. It was her I know it was her grandmother's second husband. But in order for her to inherit like the church and all the money, because she's into the design.
Where you at, granddaddy? Where you at?
You gonna marry him? Are you? Would you really? And she had a baby with him. Like their son is 17 years old. Yeah, so she had sex with someone that her grandmother had sex with.
She kept it in the family.
I wouldn't want that. I'm sorry if my grandmother said.
What I mean,
my grandma's not here. God bless the dead, but.
Did she put stipulations on how long she had to stay with him?
No, in order for her to inherit the church,
she just had to marry him,
and the houses and all of the material things. She had to marry him.
I would have just married him,
really,
and been gone within a week.
But no, she had to stay married to him because she had to be a part of the church. So you can't be a part of the church and be divorced from your husband.
Oh, well, granddaddy wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to make it with granddaddy. Grandpa, Pop, no.
I can't do it.
No.
I was like, I just couldn't believe that she
horrible.
did that. That is crazy. She said she pretended, she was like on her honeymoon. Well, the wedding night, she was on her period. And she said that... she told him, she was like, I was trying to make it last as long as possible, as long as possible.
Period? I bet.
She said it was like 2 weeks, and he kept asking. Y'all, it's crazy.
Now, okay,
we
putting it on the woman, but how nasty is the grandma? Like, why was she?
Well, she was dead.
But you said that was her wish.
That was her wish. I mean, first of all, your grandparents could wish what they want to wish for you. But it's up to you. And she was like 20-something when she married him.
Maybe she had nothing else.
I'm sure.
For her life. And she's like, Grandma said I could have all these if I just married Pop.
What?
Pop.
I can't.
Oh, wait.
I wouldn't want that though. What?
Yo.
What?
Oh, listen. No. Pop wouldn't have made it. Me and Pop, no.
I can't deal. Okay, I just wanted to ask you that. I mean, watch it because it's good. And because you were watching Ready to Love too.
Oh, girl.
Do you like that?
Listen, I almost wasn't able to get done with my work.
Because you be enthralled in everything. And they fine. There's some beautiful women and the men look super nice. The one Chris, the radio personality got the chocolate. Oh my God, that chocolate skin.
Chris remind me of Okay, but listen,
what?
The chocolate he was he has a beautiful chocolate skin. Mm-hmm. But how did you feel about what is her name? The lawyer.
Yes.
When she said something to Joy about the guy that she was pursuing going into the room with Winter.
It made her seem like she was easy in letting him in.
It did, but when they had the conversation with her, she broke down and was like, I just don't know why I did that. I don't know why I made another black woman
feel like
look
that.
Like a hoe, basically. I mean, that's the name of the game.
I'm glad she recognized it, though. It was mature of her to recognize it, and it was mature of her to say, what can I do to fix it?
Right.
I appreciated that.
She, you know.
What?
That's a lot of. I'm glad we were able to see that on TV. Because she's not the only woman in the world. She's not the only black woman in the world that does that. And get home and be like, what why did I do that?
Yeah. But it was good for her to, it was good for her to recognize it, but also you have to kind of like muddle that and not just say what you think in the moment because you don't know how detrimental that can be to someone else.
But she noticed that it was her own insecurities. It was her insecurities to the fact that she wasn't receiving, which she's used to receiving all of that attention. But she got into a place where she was amongst other beautiful, intelligent black women, and she wasn't receiving the same attention that she's used to. So she saw that.
Yeah.
She recognized it.
Yeah.
And then was like, damn, but why?
Which boggles my mind because she's a beautiful woman.
She is.
She's successful.
But what happened was the first day that they met her, she was so
like
uppity.
Chewing up in the
yeah,
air.
like,
Yeah.
you're not good for me. You're not good for me. So what do you make? What do you do for a living? It wasn't, let me get to know you.
But you know what? I was about to say they're in Atlanta. They're not in Atlanta. They're in Houston this time.
Which is like
It's almost like that. So it's like, I know what I can bring to the table. So I think people get so fixated on what other people can bring to the table for them as far as financially goes. But that's a big issue too, because you want someone to bring something to the table to take care of you, because how you used to be taken care of.
We're gonna talk about that later on. I feel like we are.
Oh yeah, because we have a.
Yep.
Okay, so y'all watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and the Ready to Love, because Ready to Love is so good.
Yeah.
I mean, you could skip Salt Lake City because I'm all for like black shows. But
me too.
Whatever.
Real Housewives of Potomac.
Real Housewives shit. Sound like Megan Stallion. Real Housewives shit.
Yes, they are savage on there. Ooh.
Potomac?
Yes, that daggone Ashley. Oh, when Wendy said, "You are a snake," I said, "You better tell her, Wendy."
Wendy, she don't hold anything back.
I love
that.
I
love it.
I love the fact that she has got a harness on her, like being over dramatic and too passionate about certain things.
Say how you feel. Say what you feel. You can say it in a tactful way, and she said it in a tactful way, but she said it in a way where you're gonna get it. She needed to hear that you are a snake chick. I just want to let you know that. Like, if you didn't think you were, I want you to know. But did you understand why Ashley did it?
Yeah, because she's a snake. Like, she's for real. Like, she was waiting for the opportunity to put Candace down.
Right.
Even though Candace had done some things in the past.
She a lot
Ashley
extra.
did too.
She has, and she didn't take into consideration that, and I hated that she would even get involved, considering she wasn't even a part of
the fight,
that situation.
Right.
I understand what they went through in the past, but it's like, leave that past in the past. If you're trying to rebuild something with her, just say, leave me out of it.
Giselle said, you definitely don't want a relationship with her. Like, your relationship is done. And you sitting there trying to, make nice with the girl, knowing you didn't snake ass bitch.
Little snake in the
God
grass.
damn.
And I like her. She pregnant again too, isn't she?
Yeah, she about to pop now.
That first baby, that looked just like his
baby. They look just like his old daddy. He cute though. He's so cute.
So
but he looks just like his daddy. Ooh, Jesus. Eyes the pappy.
You don't even need more for that.
No.
Bruh, that is your child.
Yes.
Like, there's no denying that.
Yep.
But anyway, what is this? What is this topic that we're going to get into?
Girl, expectations of a black mother. What else?
In your household?
Yeah.
Or is it in your household? Just what do the men expect for us?
Yeah.
What do you feel about that? Like, what do you feel like are the expectations in your household? And do you feel like you meet those expectations? Does Sean feel like you meet those expectations?
The expectations in my household.
Because our households are different. We have different dynamics.
Yeah.
So.
I think Sean is spoiled as hell. Let's start there. I am.
Mine too.
Right. I do everything. I mean, Sean, he's a great father. He's a great provider. But the expectations as a mother does not end being a mother. I'm expected to be a wife. I'm expected to be a mother. I'm expected to be a lover. I'm expected to be a child of God.
That's fine.
You feel me? Like, I'm expected to be much more than just a mother.
Yeah.
And
with no monetary compensation.
You hear me?
With no days off. No sick leave.
No PTO.
No nothing.
God dang.
I can't get no EAP. Can I get some counseling? Who gonna counsel me?
Yeah, what? This is our counseling right here. Y'all better get up on this two dope girls. We gonna listen. We are expected to have a great personality. Mm-hmm. We are expected to have a big booty, little waist, and a cute face. Like, we're expected to be spiritual,
cook, clean, take care of the kids, manage the house. But how does that also like affect your marital relationship? You taking care of what he expects for you to do in the household?
Yeah.
How does that take a toll on like your relationship with each other?
Absolutely. Because especially coming from, it's different for me and Sean. Mm-hmm. I get, of course it's different. We grew up together. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure how it was for you because you guys dated first in your adulthood.
Right.
But Sean knew me when there was absolutely no responsibilities.
Yeah.
So that's the girl he fell in love with.
No kids.
Like,
girl.
Right.
Down for whatever.
Mm-hmm. In the car. You know what I'm saying? On the freeway. That's what he fell in love with.
Yeah.
But with being married came a different expectation for my life. I had to learn how to be a wife, which was different for me.
And that's different from being a girlfriend.
It is totally different. You're expected to cook. You're expected to be politically correct as being a woman.
You got to show up in a certain way. It's like you don't show up as like the girlfriend. You show up as a wife.
It's a totally different standard. Mm-hmm. You got this ring on your finger. Now people look at you differently.
Right.
Like you're freaking not a human. Bitch, I'm a human. Like I just said I do.
They expect you to be a superhero and put the cape on and you say I do, but you have to learn to do that.
You do. Nobody. It's not. I mean, shit. They're probably books now, but
there's no book that can really tell you how to be a spouse to someone else, and what to expect from someone else. Because my expectations from him when I got married were not fulfilled because I'm expecting him to already show up and know how to be a husband.
Right, and
that doesn't work. They don't.
No.
And I don't even care because his parents have been together since he was like, I think like 8 or something. Because his stepdad is who I always thought was his real dad.
Oh wow!
But yeah, and they're still together, and they love each other. But it's like their relationship is not our relationship,
right?
So you can't expect something from that relationship to show up in this relationship. So that expectation is always going to look different.
And that's the same thing with my mom. Like, in my adulthood, I look at my mom and I'm like, man, she is perfect. Like, she is literally the epitome of a superwoman. Looking back now, but when I was a kid, I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate the type of woman she was and the things that she did for me, allowing me to have a life or a childhood, to do extracurricular activities. Like nothing was held back for me. I thought she was strict, and I'm like, we ain't gonna bump heads because I'm a wild child,
Same thing.
Or not necessarily a wild child, but I'm a free spirit.
You just wanted to do what you want to do. You don't want to abide by no rules.
I did. But
same.
now looking at her, I'm like, oh my God, how in the world? Now I don't know the full relationship of her and my father as far as me growing up, how they got along.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see any of that. I saw
the good.
You know what I mean? So, now looking back, they've been married over 40 years. I'm like, oh my God, she is literally Superwoman. So how did she do it?
So let me ask you a question about that. So you only seeing the good. Did you only expect the good from your relationship?
Absolutely. So when I got
with Sean,
crap. Not saying that our relationship was crap, but what I'm saying is shit comes along with.
But they
marriage.
don't show it.
No, they didn't.
Do you think that's important though?
Absolutely.
I do too, and I tell Scoot sometimes because we'll have an argument or a disagreement, and we might get just a little elevated in voice because we really don't fuss because he don't fuss at all.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I don't want to talk about this because, the kids are upstairs or Warren can hear. And I'm like, Bruh, like, it's okay for children to kind of hear you go through a disagreement because they have to learn when they get in relationships how to solve it.
Well,
do you not think that?
And I think I get where he's coming from because of how we grew up. I guess having our parents and our parents still being together. I agree with not fussing around the children because I don't want them to feel like it's okay to have this
animosity
with your spouse. But what I do,
not?
Because
it's a natural emotion.
It's a natural emotion, but our natural emotions towards our spouse can be sometimes detrimental to the relationship, and it can be toxic to the children, depending on how the disagreement goes.
That I agree with, because not everyone knows how to argue properly. Right. I definitely agree with that.
And you don't know how your child is going to
process that.
Thank you. So in their older years, once they do start dating, then having that sit down, having that conversation with them, saying that, hey, you might have some disagreements, and when you have disagreements, as long as you don't feel safe,
right,
or if you feel, as long as you don't, if you feel unsafe with that person you're having a disagreement, it's okay, as long as you know how to
resolve that issue,
right. And then you have another agreement, another conversation with them once they get into a more serious relationship. As they get older, they're talking about marriage. Look, marriage is going to come with some disagreements. Marriage is not going to be all peaches and cream.
Because we talked about that. Because we talked about how do we know how to prepare for marriage.
Right.
And we don't discuss this with our children.
No. Hell.
So how do they even know to come to us and say, hey?
No, that's true. That's back in the day, in the black community, in the black home, you don't talk about what goes on in your house.
You don't.
And that has to change. That has to change. It's like everything is a freaking secret. Then when your children get out to the community, to the forefront, they don't know how to process nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when are we as a community?
They don't know how to express what they're feeling, what they're seeing.
No emotions.
What's going on.
They don't think it's okay. It's okay to have emotions.
They're used to suppressing things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
we just went on a whole goddamn tangent. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Let me get back to expecting.
I know, that was so good.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to the expectations of the black mother.
But how does that affect your relationship with Sean? Like, the expectations you have in your household, as far as what does he expect from you, and then what do you expect from him?
Okay, I feel like I expect from him to help just a little bit. So I'm going to tell you this. I know dudes that dog their baby mamas, dog their wives, right? And you have these women sitting back, looking at their self, thinking, I'm not perfect, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy enough. All the while, these niggas with pop bellies, you know what I'm saying, acne,
Rick Ross,
you know, with the little shaved bumps on the back of their head. Like you, this is the dude that we're in love with, that we're allowing to bring our worth down. You know what I'm saying? Like really, we have to look at this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have these men that look for us for their reassurance and their acknowledgement on being a good father, being a good husband. But we require that as well.
So do you give him that? Like,
that's what I'm saying. And expectations, I think my husband expects me to reassure him.
Massage his ego.
Absolutely. And he's not the only one.
Yeah.
He's not the only man.
Yeah.
I think all men look for their women to reassure them. Let them know that they're doing a great job. And I'm not saying that we're not supposed to raise our kings to a certain standard. We are supposed to raise our kings to a certain standard.
But there has to be some reciprocity.
There has to be some reciprocation on the acknowledgement, on the reassurance. I want to be told, baby, you're doing a great job as a woman.
Right.
You're doing a great job as a wife, as a mom. As I see you grinding.
I appreciate you.
I see you working. You are beautiful.
It's just words with meaning behind them.
But
you can just say it. I mean, right. We need it. And
we need it.
That's what I'm saying. It's just words because it's so easy to say.
It's free.
It's free.
You feel me?
It don't cost that Louis bag.
Nope. I like the Louis bag.
It's cute too, girl, because I keep looking at it. I ain't about to take your purse, but I know I said it last time, but I keep looking at it.
But for real, like, just don't forget about your queens. Because you expect us to be this amazing person for you. Mm-hmm. And we expect you to be a provider.
Yeah.
And, another thing, men definitely, they have this whole thing about, y'all don't know the type of pressure we be under. Like, we have the world on our shoulders. One thing my husband says, like, babe, if we fail, they're not going to look at you. They're going to look at me. And how did I allow our family to fail? I said, but what you don't know is we have those same pressures times 10.
Because when they say behind every strong man.
Listen.
So if you're not strong and you're failing, hello, that still reflects on me.
It still reflects. We have to take care of the children. Mm-hmm. Most of us still work jobs. Yeah. Still are entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We still have to be great lovers to you, great wives, cook, clean.
Yeah. So with that expectation and what he expects from you, do you still like take time to take care of yourself?
Ooh, child.
I mean, because you did get your nails done today and they were super pretty. So that was a self-care little thing.
It was. I have to. Yeah. I have to. Listen, this is so funny. It's so funny that you bring up self-care because I was getting ready for Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just cleaning out my refrigerator and just getting ready to make room for the food to go in, the leftovers to go in.
Yeah.
So I came across this can of like a Red Bull and it was almost full. So, of course, you're going to dump it out in the sink or whatever. Mm-hmm. So because I'm impatient, I turned the entire can over, to dump it out and it's full. So it's like coming out in spurts. Mm-hmm. Like it's not, you're right. And all of a sudden I just tilted the can and it started to just like smoothly run out and it ran out quicker. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why, but it just made me think about the woman in the household and how when we try to give everything, all of us at one time, how we can't give it out smoothly. Like it can only come out in spurts. We cannot give you the best of us if we're trying to give you all of us.
I was telling a homegirl last week how it's important for her to take care of herself in order to fully take care of her children and her family.
Absolutely.
Because if you're not taking care of yourself, if you coming out in spurts, if you're trying to get everything all at once and it's not working out and
it's so much pressure.
It's so much pressure.
So much pressure. Mm-hmm. Yo, you gonna snap at some point. But if you tilt that can, if you tilt yourself and give yourself not freely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if you tilt that can and it runs out smoother and you're able to save some of you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, it makes for a better wife. It makes for a better person, a better mom.
A better lover?
A better lover.
Because you want a better lover.
Absolutely.
The love life got to be good. I mean, because if the home life is not good, the love life is not good.
What about your expectations in your household? Because we have two different types of households.
So my expectation is I always expect for him to be the man and just take care of the manly stuff. Like you take care of the grass and the lawn, out the garden, because I like that. Right now I look like shit, but whatever, because it's that time of year.
Yeah.
But I expect you to, like, if I say, hey, we need to get the house pressure washed, or if we need to do this and we need to do that, I want you to do it, and I want you to do it because when I ask you to, because when I ask or you ask, and I'm on it right away.
Right.
But my expectation for him is to always be on it right away, and he's just like, oh, I'll get to it when I get to it. We've been needing a fire extinguisher. Ask me how long we've been in this goddamn house with no fire extinguisher. And his ass was talking about frying a goddamn turkey for Thanksgiving. No, sir, you are not about to be up in here, house ablaze. Okay? So my expectation is, because I believe in gender roles, and I believe some gender roles are just like a little out the blue and old fashioned. But certain gender roles I do believe like we should have. And my expectation of him is to fulfill those gender roles. Like, you be the man. When I get in the car, you open the door. He don't do that, but sometimes he does. If I don't know.
I expect it though.
I
have a standard for me. My standard is to be treated like a lady at all times.
I remember the first time he took me out, and I just stood at the car door.
Period.
I mean, I don't do it now, and I should have just stood firm in it, but because I was always used in prior relationships, because I've always dated older guys, and they just knew, let me get the door, because they had that's what I expected. So it's like these expectations, some of them he don't meet, some of them he does meet, but I get what you're saying.
But look, okay, so you know how you have these gold diggers. Men always talk about, you want me for my money, you want me for my money. It made me think about, because when you said that, like, Sean,
he said you're a gold digger?
No, Sean, he does, he does really good with opening my doors, but sometimes he says that I go too fast. Like, I'm always like, because I'm independent.
Oh,
and
so you just...
I'm just going, and I don't allow him to be the man. Even though I expect it out of him, I don't allow him to do those things for me, because in my mind, I'm so independent. I don't want to be looked at as I need him so much.
I'm the same way.
Yeah,
if you don't do it, I'm gonna do it myself, and if I do it myself, then I'm feel like I don't need your ass, and then if I have to continue to keep doing something myself, then okay, well,
I don't need you.
Hello.
But I guess women.
But have you allowed him to do these things? Have you given him that, like, go to the door and let him go ahead and open it for you?
Yes, if I think about it.
So you don't even think about it.
Sometimes, if I think about it, I will stand at the door. Sometimes he'll make me do it. He'll be like, LaDonna, I'm gonna get the door. He'll be like, stop. I'm gonna get the
be still, my Lord.
Girl, you so silly. And I love that about him. I love that about him.
Sweet.
That he, makes sure he shows me that he's the man.
That chivalry.
Yes, it is not dead. It is not dead.
I love it.
Men, they always talk about, women wanting them for their money, and they want an independent, independent. Do you know what that means? But they don't really want no independent shit.
No.
They say that.
But I think they like to be like the knight in shining armor. I think they really do. Well, then say it and show it.
Exactly.
And it's okay to say it and show it, because I'm not about to judge you. If you say I want to be a knight in shining armor, I'm like, all right, nigga, let a horse. I'm gonna get on top and ride off in the sunset with you.
Right. But the wires are crossed at this point. We don't know what to do as women. Especially women that are looking for relationships. We don't know how to come into the relationship.
Right.
Do I act as if do I pay 50%? Do I pay my part?
And see, these are questions that you need to ask in the beginning.
Like, do you want independent woman? Do you want me to work? Do you want to take care of me? How do you want?
I tell a lot of young girls or a lot of young ladies that I talk to, I let them know, look, ask the questions early on in a relationship, because I wish I would have asked certain questions early on in a relationship, because you have to know what, like, you're willing to accept. You have to know what your partner is feeling about what you're willing to accept. And that makes for a better relationship. So, I mean, and then you guys know each other's expectations. So it's not up in the air. You're not wondering, okay, if I do anything, I wonder what this person is going to do. Or
exactly.
if I'm struggling to bring groceries in the house, does my husband expect for me to just, no, you leave that shit right there.
Right.
And I'm going to come outside and I'm going to take your groceries in, because that's what you expect. You don't expect someone to just to know. And I think these conversations are super important to have, like, early on in your relationship.
And within the relationship, after years, it's almost like sometimes
you got to reevaluate.
Reevaluate.
Yes,
we are on the same page. It's kind of like sometimes when you're in a long-term relationships, you've kind of been disappointed. Some things didn't go your way. So you tend to like, shit, I'm going to just do it myself. So when he tries to do something as simple as, let me get those groceries, I got it.
Right.
Because you should have went and got them from the beginning.
Because you expect him to do it.
I expect him, but I've been disappointed so much that I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to get it done, because that's the type of women we are, especially black women in our households. We're expected to just get it done.
And see, you were never a single mother.
Right.
I was a single mother.
Yes.
So when I needed something done, I know that I had to do it. So when I got married, it was so hard for me to ask food. Yeah, or just be like, hey, can you do this? Because I'm like, no, this is my responsibility. This is my kid. Like, I don't expect him to do it.
Right.
And that's another thing that I should not have done, because I should have expected him to do more, but I didn't, because I was so used to being a single mom and doing everything. Yeah. So how do you think that, or what do you think that you can do better, or Sean could do better in your home life to like help you prioritize like your expectations?
I don't think it's just Sean, because I don't want to put him out.
Yeah, that's why I say, well, you and him.
Just to from a man's perspective, I think women need to prioritize their time. That's so difficult for a woman, right? So when you think of self-care, we can stop. Oh, sorry. When you think of self-care, it's basically to maintain, enhance our mental, physical, spiritual well-being.
Yes.
Women, you have to take care of that. Yeah. You can't expect the man to know how to cater to your well-being.
Right. And you have to let him know, this is what I expect of you, to leave me alone during this time. I need my Sundays, my Mondays, whatever day I feel like I want to have my self-care. I expect you to leave me alone.
I expect you to step it up. I expect you, when you come home from work, if I've been there, if I've cooked, I've cleaned, I've fed your children, I expect you to ask me, is there anything else I can do? Or to go ahead and take them, give them a bath so that I can take a rest. Even though you've been at work, we all work jobs.
Right.
And sometimes when you think about it, if you've ever worked a job and you've ever been at home with your children all day, it does not compare.
I was going to ask you how that affects your home life, your job, because the expectations that you have, even when you were in the building, like, I expect you to just be a little bit more helpful when I come home, because I've had a long day.
But they don't think that. They think that you're home.
But we do.
Yeah, we understand the significance of needing you to help us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But what I'm not going to do is continuously ask you to do something. I don't want to see you come home and I fix your plate.
Yeah.
And you go sit down and watch your television, watch the game. And I still have to take care of children. Something I've been doing all day and working and being an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just those expectations. I think we have to express them.
Absolutely.
When we do express them, you have to take heed. On the flip side, because we are a gender neutral podcast here. We like the men too.
We like the men, even though we kind of body slam y'all.
Yeah, every now and again. I think they expect the women to understand the pressures that they have as being a black man, for one, as being a provider for the next thing being a provider.
Because a lot of times we get caught up in how we feel.
Absolutely.
And not thinking about how the other person feels.
They like to be coddled.
Yeah,
they like to come home and
like
feel like that they're not the man. They don't have to be this strong black man in their household. They want to feel like they're a little boy. Unfortunately, they want us to be their mama.
But that's okay. Like,
It's okay
to coddle your spouse.
Them to
or your
feel that way.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm with that. We have to allow them, and I have to work at that. I try to do that.
You know what? Because I'm an expressive person, so I used to always tell Scoot, like, oh, I'm like, you look yummy, and I like pull at him and touching him. He's like, oh, let me, but because he wasn't, I guess, used to like always receiving compliments.
Right.
I don't even know how. Like, I don't know, but I don't even do it anymore because he would be so passive about it before. But then when I'm like, hey, you know, you didn't tell me I look nice. He was like, you didn't tell me. I was like, well, when I tell you, you don't say anything.
Right.
He's like, well, I like it now. Like, he wants the compliments now. So I have to get back trained into that mind of giving him compliments now. So that's his expectation of me.
Yeah.
But my expectation is for him to always say that.
Absolutely.
Because, duh.
To make me feel like you make them chicks feel in the street. I want you to talk about me the way you talk about a chick in your head, even if it's in your head when she walk by. Like,
this nigga don't compliment nobody.
You know what I'm saying?
He don't compliment nobody. So if I get a compliment, it's
in your head. If a guy in his head see a woman, he may not express it outwardly.
Like, oh damn, she bad.
Damn, she bad. I want you to be able to say that about me.
Like, even now, like, I got on lashes.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's little stuff.
I don't wear lashes. You think he once said, "Oh damn, baby, you look good."
But he be noticing. We just
he don't say it though. But if he don't say it, he don't notice, and that shit don't.
It don't count.
It don't count.
It
don't count for me. Shoot.
Yes, y'all, we are expected to go above and beyond as great mothers, as great people, and be our best selves all the time. And that's just not going to happen. Do not put that pressure on yourself to be perfect.
Okay, so how do you find balance?
Ooh, my favorite. Yes. So personally, you need to write it down.
I do that.
You need to write down how you're going to balance your life, because your head can get so clouded with, oh, I need to do this. I need to do
just doubt, just congestion, just everything, just a million things at one time.
So I'm going to give you a couple things. You need to write it down. Affirmations. I personally have spoke about mental health. And that I've dealt with some mental health issues in my younger years, where I've dealt with depression and things like that. And I know Gracie knows me, and I know. And she would notice when I'm like, I have some type of self-doubt.
I can feel it in a text message. I can feel it.
She does. And when people do that, my sister does it to me. I immediately go into affirmations. LaDonna, you are beautiful. You are worth it. You are intelligent. You are wanted. Yes. Because those thoughts can take over your mind.
They can absolutely consume you.
Yes, they can consume you. So writing down your balance. What are you going to do for yourself? What are you going to do for your children? What are you going to do for your man? What are you going to do to push yourself along in your career? Write those things down. Manifest in them. Pray over them. And affirmations.
I'm going to take it a little further and say I'm not even going to think about my children or my man. I'm only going to think about me, because like I said earlier, if I can't focus on me and make sure that I'm my best self, I can't give them my best self.
Right.
So if I can't do that, then y'all gonna get the worst of me. And I got an attitude problem sometimes.
I got a question.
What?
When Warren was younger, when you first got married, who did you feed first? Warren or
both?
You had to feed somebody first. Like
probably
me.
Warren.
Okay, me too.
Because he's the youngest, so I mean, I guess we talked earlier about traditional things.
Yeah.
So it's just.
Did you make scoop plate?
Always.
Always, me too.
Always. Like if he wasn't here, because a lot of the times he would work later because he was working like odd jobs or whatever on top of his regular job.
Right.
Or even when he was home. But honestly, when I fed them both, it was either at the same time.
Yeah.
But never like one before the other. I would eat last before.
Oh my God!
I would.
Because I wanted to play the guard position. I felt like I was that was the position I needed to play in college.
LaDonna, you small.
But you got to think about, I wasn't small in high school. Like I wasn't I wasn't considered small in high school.
Okay.
You think about yourself in high school. You
Girl was like 110 pounds.
Itty bitty. And most people were itty bitty.
Yeah.
So when they saw me at 160 pounds, 5'9", you know what I mean? They're like, girl, you a giant. I know you play post. I'm like, no, when I get to college, I'm not going to be the biggest person anymore. I'm not going to be the tallest person anymore. Right. So anyways, I wanted to lose 15 pounds. This lady would make lunch, bring me lunch during my lunchtime in high school. She would pick me up from the front, take me to the park, let me sit there and eat, and take me back home.
Aww.
She would wake
I would do that for my baby too.
Like,
I absolutely would.
Just dope. Just the mom in
that
the household.
Should. Yeah.
You know what I mean? The things that is expected of us is mind blowing.
It is.
It's mind blowing.
But we do it. We show up.
We do because we just expect.
I think it's innate. It's like I'm not even gonna say as a woman. I just think as a black parent.
Right.
Because I'm gonna speak for a black parent.
Yeah.
That we show up when we're supposed to show up. Like
because we've always had to.
If we need to put on a goddamn tutu and spin around on do a hand pop on a handstand, we're gonna do it. With no regrets.
With no regrets. I love being a mom. I love being a wife. I think what?
You said I love being a wife.
Oh.
You said what? I love being a wife.
Yeah, I love being a mom. I love being a wife. From time to time, that's just real, y'all. We gonna
say the same.
Yeah, we gonna give it to you raw and real. I like Monday and Tuesdays being a wife, but
Wednesday and Thursdays you on your own. Friday and Saturday we can kick it.
We can kick it, right? But I think that we as women, we do the best we can. And I'm going to just continue to do the best I can at being the best to, the people that's around me. My children, my husband, myself included.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
What I expect from my relationship, or just in general from any relationships that I have, is like just always honesty, trust, and just transparency.
Right.
Because if
that's
I can't...
hard.
Transparency?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people can't be transparent. I was just talking to my homegirl, my best friend. I love her, Nika. We were talking today about how we only talk to each other about things that go on in our lives because you just need that one person to really talk to. And I was like, dang, man, I really wish I could just talk to Scoot as like freely and openly and just like there's no like conflict or there's no ego involved and people don't get their feelings hurt and I can just say, hey, this is how I feel about something. But that's what I expect of my relationships with any relationship that I have is like complete and honest transparency.
That's it. That's it.
DC. All right, you guys, what do you want to do, that advice first or do you want to get to the game?
Let's do the game.
Okay. Well, we're about to go back to giving you the game.
Yes.
So it's what, season 4, episode 6.
Yep.
There was a scenario. Tasha. No, not Tasha.
Both of them. It was
okay,
Tasha.
So we have 2 scenarios.
Yes. You just want to do the whole episode.
So the first scenario is Melanie. Okay, so Derwin is his bitch ass. I thought I used to like Derwin.
He just don't know.
You know by now.
He's just a choir boy.
Whatever. Whatever. It's okay. So y'all, so Derwin, y'all know he had a baby by Janae. He had a little side baby.
Right.
Melanie don't have no kids right now. So he lied to Melanie and was lying to Melanie and told her that he was going to court every day or every other day with Janae, the baby mama.
Yep. But what was he doing?
Derwin was over there living his life. He was barbecuing. He was in the pool. He was like
daddy.
Yeah, playing daddy.
Playing
house with another woman that was not your wife.
That was not your wife.
So let me ask you. I mean, cause I know Sean don't have no side babies. Y'all been together for we both gonna jump him. We will both jump him. We gonna jump him and we gonna jump her.
I will continue.
So if let's just say you put yourself in that situation, if he did have another child by another woman, and he was lying to you about spending quality time, that's intimacy. With another woman and his child. The child that's fine. How would you feel about that?
I would be pissed. You know why? Because what he's doing to that baby mama is giving her hope that there's something there.
That they could be a family.
Right. And that's what she longs for. That's what any baby mama longs for. They want you know what? In the beginning, you wanted the family aspect.
I did want the family aspect. I did.
That's what every baby mama.
Right.
If I was to have a baby, you know, with the man that I wasn't with, initially I would have wanted that family aspect. And Derwin was giving Janae hope. I mean, jumping through hoops, literally in the pool, dancing with the, you know,
on video.
Yes.
Why would you do that?
And then when Mel was like, "Look, hey, I know I was wrong. You know, y'all remember she did the DNA test. That's something I would have did. So whatever.
Baby. Me too.
I would have swabbed that baby, and I wouldn't even tell nobody. I don't know why she." Mel, you know,
that shit to yourself.
Yes,
I would take to the grave.
Let me tell you something. I would have swabbed that baby. I don't care. Anyways, yes, she did right by swabbing that baby. Okay, now we know it's his. Now I can truly love the baby. All right, you know. So she asked Derwin to see if they can go like to Disney World or something.
Yeah.
And to ask Janae, but Janae, of course, was upset that she swabbed the baby. Like
as any mother would be. I would be mad because, I mean, honestly, if you slept with somebody that you know you were the only person that slept with him and he was an athlete.
It's different if he would have swabbed the baby.
Well, that's, okay, you're right. Well,
this chick over here, that's his wife. She's supposed to feel away. She intimidated by me because I got
because you ain't never got no DNA test. We need to know if this baby is yours.
Right.
Okay, you're right. Whatever.
Janae knows
justified.
Yeah, but Janae was in love with him still. And he's sitting there giving her hope.
Right.
He was wrong. He was wrong. That would have been a deal breaker. Like, but I do like how Mel at the end, when she finally got the information that he was doing that, how she brought it to him.
She said, "Let's sit down and watch this movie."
Let's
did that shit.
Yeah, let's see how you doing. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what this movie look like. Nigga, it's you at somebody else's pool while you talking about you in court. And you allowed this girl, because that's what it did. It gave her the feeling that she could do whatever, she could say whatever she wanted to me.
Right.
Because she's spending time with my husband. Every Wednesday.
I ain't even gonna lie, I would be pissed. I'm not. I done did some. You know what? I was thinking about this today. I was like, God, I've done some fucked up shit in my life. I really have, and I would really have done like some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do that to me.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
If you want to spend time with your child, that's fine.
Yep.
But the mother of your child.
Yep.
What's the purpose of you spending time with that person?
Let's go to court. I know you don't want to. I know you do not want to, but you need to be on child support. You need to go to court, and you need to have your own time visitation, because clearly she's upset with me because I swapped that baby and I did it.
And I think that's why he was trying to say face. So I get where he was coming from.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you made the completely the most idiotic wrong move.
But he always made idiotic wrong moves.
He
from
did.
The beginning.
His heart tried to be in the right place.
Did.
I mean, but he was with Drew Sidora too, nigga.
You know, he wasn't getting no booty like that in the
No.
beginning. So he was feeling himself.
Now that I think about it, I don't even like Derwin no more. I thought he was like the little church boy.
He was feeling himself. You got to get that to him.
Whatever. What was the other scenario?
Girl, Tasha Mack.
Same episode.
Tasha Mack. Y'all remember Tasha Mack. She was with, what's his name?
Dante.
Dante, who was Terrence J on the show. Y'all remember Terrence J was 24 years old. Tasha like in her 40s, clearly by this time, I think. But she was dating him. And you know Tasha Mack, she don't apologize for nothing she do.
At all.
At all. She rich bitch. So she gonna do her however she wants to do her.
Right.
So remember he was saying that she was going to these 5-star dinners 3 times a week.
Yes.
She was getting the surf and turf and wasn't even touching her turf.
Right. She like the way the meat marinated, like the sweet potato and the macaroni put together.
Yes. So he was just like, look, hey babe, okay, I got this dinner. And she was like, you sure? And he was like, yeah, but we don't necessarily have to eat like this, every week. And she was like, shit, yes I do. This is my money. I'm rich, bitch. I can eat however I want to.
He said, you hood rich.
You hood rich. She said, I know, but your problem with that? But, okay. So they got in a disagreement because he felt like she was wasting her money. She felt like she worked hard, so she should be able to spend her money any way she please. How do you feel?
I feel like she should spend her money any way that she pleases. But also, I do feel like, sometimes when you spend it frivolously, someone does have to kind of like reel you back and be like, hey, but if I want to eat out, I want to eat out. I don't want to cook. She's by herself. She don't have no children. So why she can't eat out every day? If you don't want to pay for it, don't pay for it. True.
But if you want a man, that especially does not make the same
money as you.
Income is not the same. You can't kill his ego.
You can't. She killed his ego.
She did.
She killed his ego so bad. I would have just been like, all right, baby, whatever. And I just would have got take out for lunch, and you could cook me dinner. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to know what I'm eating for lunch. You
have to say, and they were doing 5-star lunches. Her, Kelly, and Mel all the time. So I think she figured out at the end that she's going to have to sacrifice.
Right.
And that means sometimes you're going to have to go to his level if you want to be with a younger man that does not make as much as you for love. You're going to have to scale it back.
We got an ego too, though. We do.
That was just what I was talking about in our topic. We tend to be too independent.
Yes.
Especially black women.
I got it. I don't need you.
I don't need you.
Bye.
And then be mad when the man go to Sally over here.
Susie.
Right. That, oh my God, thank you. I appreciate you. You're such a great man. Of that shit.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So Terrence J was younger than Tasha.
Yeah.
If you were single, I have to ask you these hypothetical single questions.
I know. That's okay. I love it.
I know. Would you date a younger man, and how young would you go?
I definitely would date a younger man, especially if he had his stuff together. I'm 33, so I wouldn't go any, maybe 28.
I say 29 in my head.
Enough. Yeah, I think because I know 28 and 29-year-olds that got their stuff together and really good men.
Do. Yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
Good men.
Yeah.
And I know some 33-year-olds they ain't about shit. So
we probably know the same thing.
Same ain't about shit niggas.
I wouldn't be young.
You wouldn't?
My husband is younger than me.
Yeah,
he's only 11 months younger than me, but I've always dated older.
Really?
I just feel like older men know how to cater to women.
They do. And sometimes.
I don't have, choose the right one.
Yeah.
You don't have to expect.
But you don't have to teach.
Hallelujah.
On top of us being expected to be great mothers, expected to be great wives.
I got that, baby. I call her nanny. Got you, girl.
We expected to teach.
We are expected to teach, and I don't want to teach. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Whatever.
Girl, what this advice talking about, girl?
Okay, we'll get to the advice because we're all for that shit. All right, advice questions. Let me pull it up. Okay, it says, "Hey ladies, I enjoy your podcast because it gives me a view of how you ladies think, and you ladies are very beautiful." It's a guy.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks. I just had to mention that, so let me get to it. I have an 11-year-old daughter, and she started her period, and I don't know how to deal with that with her and her mood swings. She acts just like her mama. How do I deal with that shit? Her mama and I are not together, and she really doesn't help me out with this. I really think she wants me to go through hell with her. I need y'all. You tell me, because I don't deal with that.
With girls. Okay, look.
Not on a full-time basis.
Okay.
11-year-old just started her cycle.
Just started her cycle. You have to be patient because you have to. This baby just went from being a baby to a young lady. Yeah, a young lady in a matter of a day, probably, or like overnight, and that's a lot to have to deal with something coming from your body like that, and then the pressures of, do people know? I'm having all these feelings.
I'm having flashbacks.
You know what I'm saying? Do people know or how I feel? I'm not feeling well. I'm cramping. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot that she's dealing with. So you have to be patient.
Yes. If
she's having a mood swing, let her stomp to her room. Let her close her door. When she comes out, how you feel? How do you feel?
Are you
okay?
Glad you said that.
Yeah,
I'm so glad
because that's a lot for a young lady.
Yeah, because she doesn't know what her body's experiencing right now. And honestly, when I started my cycle when I was young, I hid it from my mom because I didn't. Yeah, apparently I like to hide shit, right? I hid my pregnancy for 5.5 months. I hid my cycle because I just didn't know. Because it was just. I mean, not to be TMI, but my cycle's like only 3 days now, and it's not a lot. But it's like back then it was very light, so I didn't know what it was. So I was like, what is this? Yeah. But I should have explained to my mom. But just be open to her and just like say, hey, what are you going through? Let me know how you feeling. I think it's so cool, and I think it's so dope if like dads really get involved and be like, hey, do you need anything? I'll go get your tampons. Well, not tampons. You wearing pads at this point. You ain't doing no tampons.
Right. But I think when you see a dad have a relationship with his daughter, that is because you're the first man that's going to penetrate her mind on how to be treated as a woman.
Right, because when we get in relationships, I know when I first got in a relationship and I was like, my period, I was like, I'm self-conscious about that. Absolutely. I don't know how he's going to view me on my cycle. Isn't that silly?
Because you think about people that when kids, girls got on their cycle at school and just say they like bled through a little bit. Like, and they were talked about. You know what I'm saying? So they're already self-conscious about what we, even as adults.
Yes. I really feel like we need to really get out of that and stop that shaming of like, I mean, because it's natural. Yes. It's a natural thing. Like,
listen, I still be insecure. Like, oh my God, let me go check myself. Like, this shit, I done had 2 kids. The flow ain't the same. Like, what is going on down there?
If I'm sleeping at night sometimes I'm like, oh,
let me.
This might be a little TMI for y'all, but I don't give a shit because it's real.
It is real. Like,
just understand that, like, that is a natural progression in her life. That is like a natural part of her. So
and she needs a little time.
She needs time. She needs her dad to be understanding. So be understanding with her and just.
But that's dope that you even thought about her emotions and her feelings to want to know more and understand.
Right.
Her.
I think
you're
that was so cute.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
We love you too, guy. I don't know who you are,
but thank you for watching or listening or both. Just TMI all over here.
Goddamn period. All right, you guys. We appreciate you guys. We're gonna be We're gonna be what, in touch? Shit, I don't know. Whatever. If you want us to answer any other questions about periods or cycles or relationships, or if you should leave the guy, or if you shouldn't, or if you should leave her, just hit us up at ask2dopegirls@gmail.com. That is ASK, the number 2, dopegirls@gmail.com.
Yep.
We're on YouTube. We are on Twitter, Facebook. We on all that shit. IG. I'm at Graceface on Instagram with 2 underscores at the back.
And I'm at Naturally Pretty on IG.
And follow us at 2 Dope Girls Pod, you guys. On we got an email.
You already said it. You
follow us at 2 Dope Girls Pod, you guys.
On Instagram, yeah. We discombobulated talking about these periods.
That's LaDonna, I know. I don't.
Yeah,
I always blame it on you. I don't care.
Sorry.
But anyway, we love you guys.
We love you.
Like, subscribe, share,
absolutely,
comment. Let us know what you guys think. And
2 Dope Girls.
Bye bye.
Dope girls, dope the dope girls, dope girls, dope the dope.